Should I buy life insurance? We're going to get to that right now. So if you've stumbled across this video, there's obviously some questions in your mind about, should I buy life insurance for myself or maybe another member of my family? I'm going to talk through several factors that you could maybe use to help you determine or understand whether or not it's the right time to purchase life insurance in your current situation. Number one, what is your personal budget? Obviously, you have a set amount of money in the expense category that you can use for insurance products. Home insurance, auto insurance, health insurance, those are probably 1, 2, and 3 as far as order of importance. I would submit to you that number 4 in order of importance would be life insurance. Life insurance doesn't have to cost all that much depending on which product that you choose and how much coverage you'd like to obtain. The basics of it are this: if you were to pass away today, what would you want to leave to those behind you? Are there debts? Are there expenses coming up that we need to take care of? How much of a burden would it be financially on those that you love? That is really the first test in understanding if you should purchase life insurance. Number 2, who does rely on you for your income or financial wherewithal? This really becomes a matter of the heart. You may be the breadwinner of your family or someone that your family relies on in a big way from a financial standpoint. And if that's the case, you need to just take it upon yourself to reflect, if I wasn't here, would my loved ones have to maybe fend for themselves, or would they expect to have to go and take a second job or get a job or have to carry a larger expense load without me? What quality of life, what changes in life would have to occur if I were to pass away? Those are the sort of questions that you have to start to ask yourself, usually between you and your spouse. If you're married, if you're not married, it's who may be relying on you as part of their economic future. That may not be a spouse or a partner, but it may be someone else. So you have to think through those items and take stock of your life and figure out, how is it going to look if I'm no longer here on this earth? Number 3, isn't my employer life insurance enough? This is a common question that we get. My employer provides life insurance for all employees. And so I think that that's enough for me in this moment for my family. However, there's several factors when it comes to that specific question that you have to look at before you can really feel comfortable with the amount of insurance and what that insurance is going to do for you. The first is, oftentimes you can't take that employer insurance home with you. In other words, if you no longer work for that employer, it may cost you an arm and a leg to keep that policy. It often has to convert to some other product. And so then it's oftentimes not all that much coverage in the first place. So that's one factor in deciding, is that employer coverage enough for me? Can I even take it with me? Beyond that, low limits. Oftentimes the employer plans are really what we call final expense coverage. It might be $10,000 or $20,000 that your beneficiary, whether that be a spouse or someone else that you love or someone else that you leave your assets to, would receive upon your passing. And so again, it's going to really help them close your estate out, but it may not be enough for them to live off of, or again, work off of if it was your financial responsibility to support those people. Finally, with those employer plans, what is your hope when you leave the company? Right now, you are the youngest you're ever going to be. And so if you leave the company in 5 or 10 years, that life insurance policy will cease to exist, but you may need life insurance much beyond that. And so again, in these employer plans, they're small, they have a lot of strings attached to them. It may not be the crutch that we want to rely on when it comes to life insurance. So, should you buy life insurance? That's going to be a question that only you can answer. I do recommend reaching out to a trusted professional, someone that can help you walk through all of these types of questions and figure out what's going to work best for you, your family, your budget, and ensure that your future, your legacy, is maintained after you no longer are on this earth. On behalf of all of us here at Callahan and Rice Insurance Group, thanks for watching.